and target young voters. I think the JLP needs to, um, for people, for everybody, it's emotional. It's emotional about their connection with children. I think Jamaica, the JLP should embrace the idea of what this government means to their children and target the young voters coming into the electorate.
Churchill, can I ask a question? A personal one?
Sure.
Are you a registered member of the Jamaica Labour Party?
No.
Why not?
Actually, I did get online and send in my application. And I received. Hello?
Excuse me, Kizzy, go and run the live for me. May I step away, yeah?
Okay. Yeah, I'm listening to you, Churchill.
Yeah.
Good morning, Jenna.
That's why I wonder, because I went online and signed up. I put in my application and seek information. And I'm yet to hear from them. It seems like, I don't know. Well, I don't want to say it on the live here, what I feel. But yeah, I'm waiting to hear from them.
But Kizzy, question that because those are the things that I wanted to ask over chat. You can just write anybody name and those for recommendation.
If anybody, look here, I don't know how Churchill say went online and do it. I don't know about that because
the internet. Oi.
The entire time it was always the farm was
where the
always
internet not picking up
sent.
properly. Give me 5 minutes.
Repeat. I'm not hear you, Kizzy. What happened?
Just come in and say they want 5 minutes. Talk now. Hello?
Oi.
Philippine is not there right now, Andrew. Hello?
It's bad. I guess that's what he's trying to say. His internet is not.
Yeah, but him say him want 5 minutes, so I don't know.
You can go and talk, I think.
Yeah, go on, Kizzy. Let me hear what you say.
Alright, so I cannot tell you guys about the online process. I cannot tell you guys about the online process because I I knew that online I don't have any idea what is with I can't explain anything about the online process. All I can tell you though is that how I've always known it to be done is you get the form either by your email or whichever way, but you have to have someone who is on the ground to do it for you. Yeah, if you are not physically there. And if you guys need it done, I can help you get it done if you're overseas and want it done. But Maria, you have to have 2 persons to as like witnesses. It's not a reference as you want to call them. It's not 4, it's 2. And if you guys need 2 names, I can get them for you too. So you can send the link for the form. You can download it. Fill it out.
But I'm going home in January.
Then if you're going home, get it done when you're on the ground. It's not a long process. It's even easier when you are there.
I tried to do it before, but there again, the person who was supposed to deliver me the application and sign up, he didn't come through. So there again, it's.
So that's why I asked, because guess what happened? You see, I've been asking about the membership drive, and may I say, when me check with a lot of persons, they are not actual card carrying members. It's so nice to be a moderator. I can just get rid of the garbage as soon as it come up. Good riddance. Yeah. So guys, don't think about it. Start out on yourself.
No, I mean, I'm a strong JLP supporter, you know, but
Yes, churchy, but we don't want supporters. You see, if you were on Chopper's live just now before it cut off, you'd hear Paul Distant, and that is what I wanted to come in back and say.
I
after
heard
Miss
you know.
Chin.
I
After,
heard I was
you heard me, right?
yes,
But what
I
I
heard you.
wanted to say
I
after
wanted
Paul Distant, after Miss Chin, I wanted to give her the opportunity to speak, and then I wanted to come in and say that it is also another thing when people feel like they're actually a part of the movement. So when you have a card in your wallet carrying around with you and you know you belong to a part of an organization, really, it's not so easy not to be loyal, you know. You understand what I mean,
yeah,
Mr. Churchill?
I understand what you're saying. Um I'm a supporter, but I feel like I'm a card carrying, even though I'm not officially that. If you get what I
Yeah,
mean.
but and I understand that, but I want us to be, all of us, especially those of us out here who so active and do our part. I want us to be proud card carrying members of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Yeah. And on the ground, you know, I do work. I remember when I was living in St. Elizabeth, I used to go out and carry people to the poll and them kind of things, you know?
Yeah, man, and being a supporter is I'm not taking away from
My thing
anybody.
is firm. My thing is firm. Just the
I'm
same.
not taking away from anybody, man. Who are just supporters.
But
I
I
am just
understand your
saying.
point, though. I understand your
Yes.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, because the question people keep asking her, and his Labour Rights Mirror asks them question here. But when you turn and ask them, are you a supporter or are you a member? And there's a difference between being a supporter and a member. So let us all who are here get that right. Get it right. Just like how we as the young people for enumerate, the same way so we feel be proud members of the Jamaica Labour Party and not just supporters. That is just my view.
I'm proud. I really am proud. Because my father was thick in the party. He actually tried his hand to be a representative. He didn't succeed, but you know, I'm coming from that route, if you know what I mean.
As I say, it's not expensive.
No, man, it's not even that. You know, the money is not the issue. It's a matter of getting it done. You know.
Well, I am a supporter. I am a supporter of 1989. And I have voted in all elections, whether they be local or all election. I'm a work. You ever tell you? I am not a member. I am a supporter.
But that is trying to fix it and become an official member.
I was hearing now.
Fix it and become a member, man. I am saying, listen, this is not from the party, you know, this has come from me. And I had conversations in groups with other labor rights too, who feel just as strongly as I do. We are not downplaying anybody's loyalty to the party or their consistency. We are just saying, you know, see Classic there. Big up yourself, Classic. Because from morning, me I ask the question, Classic, and I want a few persons. I maybe two. I must say the second person now we can come out publicly and say they're a card holder.
As what Rusty said this morning, me share the same sentiment. You see, me figure say I'm doing a lot, right? But I am not a member. And maybe because I'm not a member, I am not officially recognized, you know what I mean, as a supporter in the manner in which I do. I mean, I'm my little circle, yeah? And me do my little thing here where sometimes I even work in the constituency office trying to help people around in the area. Just the same. I'm telling you. Yet still, I have never been a member. I work along with people that are members. And then when they ask me, I remember, me say, no, I say, then, brother, you can't work like that, you know, member, brother.
Correct. Correct.
And many people have it.
Sometimes you see, sometimes when I see them have these little events at the divisional conferences and they reward members, them get a plaque, a long service, long standing member for service to their community. You know, I mean, just get. We already know you who you are. We know your work. We know what you have done. So just get it official and done.
Yeah? Let me see what happened later on.
One of the things I want to see though is the JLP strengthen and tailor their message. If you notice here in the US, the messaging, the Republican, that's what won them the election. And we have to target, we got to know who we're targeting, because somebody that had PNP, them not gonna change. Yeah, we would like to get them, but we have to know where we want to get the votes them and make specific messages to target those groups.
All right, Churchill, you know the type of message where people, you have a message where people love to hear different from what people should hear.
Yeah.
No, people are not going to listen to the message that they should hear, but they rather to listen to the message that they want to hear, the message that they love to hear. And these are the messages that won an election, you know. So even when the government know, say you have these politicians and promising people them things, not true? Because they promise people them things where they love to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And when they win the election, remember nothing about it, they don't do it again. And that is why I said I love this Prime Minister so much, because he's changing that narrative. He's changing that narrative. You understand me? And it happens in many, many circles. People just want to hear the things that they love to hear. You understand me? You go on some platform, especially the other institution, negative institution platform. When you go there and you listen, it hurts you, because they are saying the things that the people love to hear. And this is why this man talk about the taxi operators them tell the people them what them love to hear. And because of that, you gain more traction. And then the same people them are going to say the government nah do nothing. Because the government is not saying the things that they love to hear.
Why you think some of these artists and musicians, why you think people follow them?
There you go, my friend.
Yeah?
Here you go, my friend.
You have
I
to...
was on that line, right? And I heard this gentleman from the other side come out and attack certain things. And I said, this is what is happening on the ground. And I said, yes, of course. This is what is happening. But you cannot, the message is not supposed to be dealt like that. You have to go back to the history in order to get the people to understand the present, my brother. You have to help, you have to open them eyes and bring them back to the history. What causes the thing to be what it is today?
Exactly, especially to young people who are just coming in the system. Yeah,
yes.
You got to show them that, look, this is what JLP government did, this is what PNP government did, and compare the two of them.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to do it.
Listen, man. Listen, no.
We got to do it in terms. We got to do it in terms that people can understand.
Right.
I don't want to hear about GDP.
Exactly. What you know?
If you're gonna show GDP, break it down and explain what it means. Yeah.
Precisely. Because you know how many people, when I bring to them this GDP situation,
They don't know what you're talking about.
And this fiscal discipline and fiscal prudence, they don't know what you're talking about.
That is strength. When I tell people that when we're on the lives, we cannot be using those formal terms. You have to break it down so that the person who slow can understand. And you cannot be using all these abbreviations without explaining what they mean.
Yes.
So when you speak only using political language, you will not get across to the persons who don't understand. And this is why for many years, people did not like to listen to the budget. Them hungry want know warriors. They don't listen to the other details of a budget because it was difficult language. And we saw that Miss Dr. Clark come and change that, because although he used the proper terms, he still try to find his way. And after each budget presentation, he find himself online explaining in detail and answering questions. And that is important when you're in that position.
Right. So true. Because the thing is, you don't just have one kind of audience. See, you have people at the low end of the scale. Them not really buy into these percentage things. You understand what I say? You have to give them in numbers. Then now you have a set of people now who you can relate certain political things without explanation. So that is why we know that understand the political direction of how things happen. That's why when I tell you this morning, I said, look here, whenever I meet people in my community and surrounding areas, and I'm relating this politics business to them in terms of especially when it comes to the finances, me have to break it down. And another thing, you have to break down. You can't just tell people, say, boy, when you hear them talk about murder high, look for murder. Nobody now remember what the murder rate was back in the 90s, and where it is coming from, and what caused to spiral out of hand, Them no business with that. So you have to break it down.
Father Strength.
Yes.
I'm blessed with everybody again. A teacher, what is the most important thing for a teacher? A teacher, when you teach somebody, what is the most important thing you think it should be?
Maybe I'm thinking about a lot of important things. What is it that you are saying?
All right. Well, the most important thing is patient.
Okay. All
right. One of the problems we and the same thing the Democrats them face too in this country while they lose election, they don't have much patience. So when they come and they explain to people about it, whenever it seems like it now resonates with the people, you get upset and there's a lot of angry things just start flirt at the people, and then guess what? People turn away from the whole entire never want to hear from your party per se. And that was one of the main things why they lose the election over here. Because what them do is them being arrogant towards people have a different opinion. And a lot of labor right have that problem. Look on Andrew, our leader. We take Fiend thing as perfect example. Not care what people say or do. Andrew on this always remain calm and approach the situation in a different election. I call yet. We have some time. The labor right them, me are telling you. You see from now on, the aggressiveness we have towards people when they have different opinion, we need to cut that shit out and listen to people growls and try in the best way, shape and form and deal with them and don't disrespect them either. Because that's not the good for our party.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
We're not online. We're not online for try to change PNP. We don't want PNP. We're not change PNP. PNP is not our aim and game. Our aim and game is the people who are actually helping win this election.
Fire then.
That is it.
You can't take fire, fight fire, because you can't take arrogance and fight arrogance, brother.
That is something we see a lot of things, a lot of time it happen. A lot of people turn away from the party. Me are telling you. Because me a a lot of people me listen to. Me a beg my labor right people, me a beg you know. This election is so important.
Yeah man, you can't take arrogance
and fight. We need to get it right. That's what party victorious at the next poll. We need to calm down and deal with it that way, approach it like a leader, because we believe in our leader and he's a very calm and humble man. And that is what he used and broke Porsche back in 2016. And if you remember, I know that Porsche them make up back nice, you know. And you just relax. And you said the only person the Prime Minister can beat is her child. And it's done. We need to take a page out of party leader book and continue on the journey, because guess what? We have so much things to be proud of as a party from this government here coming. We have so many things to talk about. We could talk about it, but talk about it in a more manner, a more humble way, and teach who we need to teach.
You know, Dean, one of the sad thing, you see, one of the sad reality is that to win an election, you cannot use the achievement of the government to win the election. Why?
That's true. Because at the mindset of people, you know.
No. What is done is done. People want to know what is to come.
Exactly.
That's what I said.
That is why.
Yeah, and
people, and then the only thing you can use the achievements to prove to the people is say, listen, last time when we came to you, we told you we would fix this road. Now the road is fixed, so we are telling you that in the next to come, we will see to it that this road is maintained. So your words become. For example, me never like hear the word political promises. So the Jamaica Labour Party has been making commitments since 2020, and they have been delivering and proving to the people that when we make commitments, the commitment, you will see the results. So you cannot campaign on what is done because it is done already. But people, life goes on no matter what. Today me eat me dinner, a morning me go on breakfast, and that is it. So you have to show the people what is to come, and then the people have to place trust in you based on what you have done.
Hey, Kizzy,
another challenge that I have faced.
Hold on, Kizzy, one perfect example that you just said a while ago. When the government buy the JUTC bus them and it buy a 3-year contract to maintain the buses and parts, that is a commitment for sure. So listen, we're not gonna make the bus them run down and then when we have to go buy new buses again. That is a show of a promising leader. You understand me? I say a leader with vision. That is a leader with vision. So as we said a while ago, that is a perfect thing. The bus is a perfect example you can use and teach people, because before them used to just buy bus and then the bus them there and they run down, and then guess what? In you realize the bus them pack down and can't go, you have to spend the next bag of big money again for try and see if they can get back some buses again for people get. So guess what? If we have a system like where the government just don't know with the bus system, guess what? For the next 3 years, we don't really have to worry about where go on. We maintain these buses so we can end up get a next contract with the next change it bus with the same 3-year contract again, and a 600 we have within the space of 2 years. 3 years, you understand? So we need government, this government is the government with the vision. The rest of them, no know them have. You see me I say?
Yes, D. Alright, the policy I want to know, D. Yo, you know that over the years, government, right, been promising people. So it resonates in the mind of the people that the government is only making promises. So when the government fulfill these promises, some of the people in the country don't see the fulfillment of that promise. Them not see it, you know. Them still are saying the government, all them do a promise this and promise that, you know. You hear what me I tell? So you have a duty now to enlighten the people, to say, look, yes, the government has promised you that, but don't you see that what this government has promised, the government has actually accomplished it? And you goes on to explain to them that which the government has accomplished by the promise that they have made. Because these things is in the mind of the people for years, so they don't trust the system. You understand me? And you see, so all right, that is why I say, look at the huge change that is happening to Jamaica today. And yet still, parole, you still find so many people, it does not fit within them brain to say, yes, there is a great achievement in every minister, every ministry of government, the government has achieved. In school, in hospital, in infrastructure, in the workforce, in so many areas. Yet still, you have to still have the message to bring to the people, to let the people know, say, look, though the government has fulfilled that which he has committed to fulfill, this is what the government has in plan now. And I believe in the government. So I would like you to understand what I am saying so that you can also share the same belief, even though it has affected you in a manner of promises which has never been fulfilled, and you are pointing to some of the promises that has not been fulfilled. No, this is a change which the government has made. And let me tell you something. I hard work me do anytime. I tell you, no brother. Why are some people out there not normal to deal with retreat? I tell you no. But me try to get the message across still. Yeah, man. And some tough head old people. I mean, people who are gone past them 60s, you know. We live in this era of the corrupted era of the 70s, which put all of them heart, them soul, and them system in our man. We crush the economy by the name of Michael Manley and them people.
That is strength. Me can tell you this. If me there out a road and no old tyrant PNP think they can't kind of no argument with me about politics, whether there will be no decent discussion. Because you see, I know you're a different personality. But the minute them start, me start bring down bare disgrace from them government. Bare disgrace. Me I go loud and vulgar because that is what PNP respond to. I tell you the truth. You would have never believe me that is strength. Because what happened with them, you cannot have a civil conversation.
With them.
And them want come tell me about Michael Manley, we're dead and gone. And me no want hear that. You understand? If you want to speak politics with me, old comrade, worse if me see your life and you look, if you're missing teeth, if you are a person who missing teeth, me I go tell you, say, same like how PNP mismanage the country, so you let's scare yourself, that's why you don't have no teeth. You understand? So it go real bad, real quick. So me not engage no old tribal comrade in no conversation for road. Enough time I see them exalt themselves. I just laugh because it makes no sense. Them begs cause them party now in a power and then can't go to the MP office go beg $5,000. Them broke.
Me directly tell them say they don't have no purpose to vote. They don't have no reason to vote. Then they not even have vote based upon the love of them party. They just vote because of for the vote's sake. And because them always have vote for the party there. So them just go vote. They don't have no reason to vote, you know. Me tell people all the while say inclusive of the people who go to university and say them have a degree or what them have them masters and say them love the PNP. Them no have no reason to vote. No reason whatsoever. Because there is nowhere in the history of Jamaica you see things happening around you and you hear it on the radio, see it on the telly, and you see it on platforms such as these, and I hear it and it before your eyes. You drive on the road and you see things is happening, and you are telling me that you're not voting for this party because of time come. No reason. Yeah, man. Me tell them, no reason. You don't have a reason to vote. Why vote? Since I do not have no reason to vote, why you would vote for? Why am I always a PNP and my mother a PNP? You go vote. You go vote because of the reason. The reason why you are voting is because your parents or your mother is a PNP. Eh? Why did I tell you? Let people are sick.
Mr. C, you're in the box for a minute. You want to share with us? Hello, Mr. C. Mr. C, you're in the box.
Yeah. Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yeah. We just taking the discussion and we like all the things sound and how we can go. You know? And I just say, when you say, them not have a reason for vote. I say, them not have a reason for vote because them like to get the little underwork team. And you say, once them can get that them are going to beat them find anybody else. But my suggestion is that, you see, anything where this government do, it's supposed to be highlighted. If you move a pin and fix it in a different position for the better benefit of the country, highlight it. So that the ones them who are say the government now do nothing, you understand, can see it and know, because a lot of people don't know some of the things that were happening. They don't know. They are in some rural part and they don't know what took place at the other end of the island or in the other parish or whatever. So the things that need to be highlighted and put out there, make them know, say, well, yes, see what the government do, and the government do this and the government do that.
Mr. C, me can run a small interview upon you.
Yeah.
Which constituency are you from?
I'm actually from Linstead.
Oh, so who is your MP?
Well, it's supposed to be Hugo. I understand what the.
The gentleman where Damian Crawford take over.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So let me ask you this, yeah?
Yeah.
Is there anything significant, like any significant development in your area since of late or wholly recent?
Okay, there is development commercial wise, and not to my knowledge by the government, but private sector people they are doing a lot of development around the place, building wise and things like that.
So what motivates you then? Because you currently have a PNP MP. Mr. Amos never win.
No, he didn't.
Right. And a year and about a year and a half, or maybe 2 years ago, I was in Linstead there at the cemetery. My friend, her dad passed away, and I came there, and of course the politics conversation was there. Mr. Amos was also in attendance. And we listen to the conversation of the people them down there, and them sound very backward to me. Me never engage them still, me just listen.
Okay.
But it sound very, very backward. But as a person who's a laborer living with a PNP MP, tell me then what motivates you to keep the hope and have faith and would like to see this government farm back and get the third term.
Okay. I stepped out of the box, right? Not for, because if I was to judge half a Linstead area, I couldn't make a decision. I'm thinking about the wider range of things that is happening around the place, all over St. Thomas and all of those places, because I try to keep up as much as possible with the things that are going on. And there's a lot of things that I see and hear that is going on, which I know some of the people in my area, they don't listen to public media and things like that. They just one track mind and just say, well, boy, at least me born and come see my mother as at least me born and come see my grandfather as, and at this of me as stay. I mean, people don't look at what is happening and see that everything is changing, time is changing and all of that. I can remember as a little boy, I used to see trucker drive road and I give out rice and flour and all them kind of something there, right? From whichever party, because I couldn't say because I was small at that time. I only know that we used to see it happen and people run go collect and things like that. Now we pass them age a long time. Right? We are in the age where everybody have to learn to step out there and provide for themselves. And here people are saying they can't get no work and things like that. That is stupidness. Because right now, I am in the field of construction, and plenty of time I want somebody to work alongside me. Even right now as we speak, I am in my workshop. I'm doing like some kitchen cupboard right now, and you can't find nobody around who willing and interested to come along and say, boy, let me get in on the trade too and thing. I mean, me soon retire, I'm 63, me soon retire from this work and go sit on one side. You understand? I mean, the younger youth, them now need to step up. They need to be more motivated and all of that. All they need to do now, all they are doing nowadays is just on the roadside, digging out and mingle with a cup of piss or some way they call it. You understand? And as a boss beg your bills, no beg your 2 bills. I mean, them things they're not really good for the system. You understand? So what the Prime Minister is doing now and setting up heart and all of them things they forget read enough of them things that people should have seen that and realize it's a different era we are going on. The thing are turn a different way, so we need to really appreciate it and try to move along with it and make the thing work and don't try to tear it down. Hmm? The other thing is that we just the thing I hate about it, the lot of disrespectful thing. I just start talk to some of them, even some of the comrades them. Some do the right do it too, but they come with them most of all that I mean go suck your mother, go this, go that. I mean them kind of thing they what? You hate your mother and your father through politics. And at the end of the day, you mean everybody going backward and you see it. And somebody step up now and not try to do things and make we live and live better life and so, and we don't want to appreciate that. We still are trying to tear down the person. We are calling thief, we are calling all kind of thing. Eh? And some people they go out there and the minute the word go out that you're a thief, you know, no matter what you are going to try to do, you know, there is somebody who still are going to say you're a thief. You understand? If you even clear your name and the wider society, if 50 somebody out there, at least you will find 2 out there who not convinced and I say, boy, a PNP or whatever and all of them things. We need to come out of them things there and look on the positive side of life and try to move like how the government are trying to get the thing up and deal with it on the way. Right? So that is just what I have to say for now.
Thank you very much for your contribution. And you know, I was interested in hearing your view on why you supporting the party same way. Because you see earlier on that is strength. That is strength. Because you have a PNP MP now. I know nothing now going down at your area. Nothing.
You know, so me not talk about him though.
Me hear it, but you see earlier on me hear Daddy Strength say when he's speaking to people and him show them the example of St. Thomas, them a say that a St. Thomas that I'm not to do with them. So you see this goes back to when I was saying earlier on Chapel Live, yeah. The mindset of the people who are attracted to the Jamaica Labour Party are persons who want to see Jamaica do well.
Yeah.
We are persons, we are the people in the country who understand that when the Jamaica Labour Party formed government in 2016, we did not have money for infrastructure. We did not have money to do anything. So this government had to take the first term and fix the economy, right? There we had COVID for 2 years and it slowed us down. We come out of it. Somebody mic open. Wait.
Sorry, maybe I'm mine.
Oh, yeah, because I hear one loud frying sound. And we have seen the bounce back since COVID. And we are seeing the government really coming out for the first time in our history as a little democracy. Persons get a tax return from their government. This is unprecedented. It is history in Jamaica, but you don't have enough persons saying, you know, that we are grateful. So Jamaica has come this far. And all I am saying, as Mr. C said and as Daddy Strength say, is you might not see it yet, like physically or financially in your pocket. But you've seen others are doing it.
Again. Jeez.
Oh wow.
It's a one a terrible kisses.
Oh wow.
This is one a terrible kissy, because I feel this one, and I want to stop you, you know. I want to stop you and tell you say the earth is shaking, you know.
Oh my.
I'm almost gone that day.
I want to stop you, know, kissy, and I tell you say there's an earthquake happening presently while you're talking, you know.
Oh Lord.
This one coming like it worse than the one before.
Yeah, this was stronger.
I thought I heard a
yes, man, we talk about the one before, you know. But when we sit down there, so me see Mattis run out and say, see earth, you hear the earthquake? And we say, yes, man, I look at the building and something. Yeah.
I could hear the rumbling.
It's a terrible rumbling and go on.
Yes.
This is what you call the aftershock.
Well, that is the aftershock. That is a huge aftershock.
This one is huge.
Yeah, that is a huge aftershock. Oh wow. But you see, guys,
Right, that's what I mean.
remember, so they hurt well soft now, because of all the rain.
And that's why I have to call because I just a feel here to and anything there. Just
But
a
Mr.
feel.
Holland Devon, but Mr. C, you know, I
I
love
feel
people
it.
like Mr. C because he's voting on a national level and he's looking at all of the infrastructural work that is happening on a national level, the benefits like the social pension that people are getting, the elderly, student loan,
1 minute, no, 1 minute.
reform.
I'm Philippine. Guys who felt it. Can you please write in the chat in the location where you are? Let me see what cross section of Jamaica really feel
All
it
right, I
bad.
am in Manchester.
Yeah.
Okay,
Linstead Mills. Linstead Mills, I'm a face.
okay.
I'm in Hanover.
It's not that hard in Linstead, but I feel it.
Okay, that means that just now the whole Jamaica shake up. Before the whole Jamaica never shake, but now the whole Jamaica shake.
So is that an
Yeah.
aftershock?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
an
definitely an
aftershock.
aftershock. Wow, Western St. Mary and it's still a shake it long. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's
That
so
one the big
long.
aftershock, man. The first one the big too.
This one shake for more than 30 seconds. A good while near it a rumble a go on.
I thought it was
Yeah,
a
man.
helicopter coming.
It's bigger than the first one.
I'm not hearing any sound from it, but I feel
Right,
it.
my
Me
first
stand-
will
me
lie
stand
down
feel
now.
it.
Because suppose the ceiling drop. Me can't bother pay something me I think now. What me must do? I'm afraid.
You know, I'm afraid, man.
That's something where I can run from, so that makes sense, Fred. But it's still you have to be.
Okay, I go go now.
All you have to do is go outside, you know. Go outside and
I'll tell you something. When I was a little boy, you see, the rain was falling and the highway was cutting across Per Tree. That's the Per Tree bypass. So I remember there was a pool of water. Now, as a little boy, the water catch me above my knee. So me love the water, the rain a fall, and lightning a leak like crazy, Me going at the water and I playing at the water. So every time that the lightning strike, it lift me up in the water. So me I enjoy it, so me don't come out. Still at the water. I want them come and call to me and say, boy, come out of the water. Nothing they lightning at.
My family in Portland, they're saying that it shake really, really hard and long. So the first one wasn't that bad, but the second one, interesting. Well, God is in the vessel.
Let me tell you something. The main sign say, you see what is happening in Jamaica today in terms of the natural disasters and phenomenon. Look at me, people come back now for you must be mad. You must be mad.
It's Jamaica and Cuba feel it, the two of them. So the epicenter is in Cuba.
again? Want to feel that one a while ago?
Yes, man.
Yes, Chopper, what if people say them feel it?
Yeah, man, that was the first me really feel. And it shake for a good minute or two, you know.
Yeah,
Yes,
long
man.
shake.
Yeah, man. I want to do really.
Just check on the house and make sure so there are no cracks in the walls and them something there.
I want to shake up a while ago. It took
That
up a
beast
bit.
there, that beast they will pass under the earth. I want terrible beast, man.
Yeah, man. Go on with himself a while ago.
Yeah, man, he go on with the thing, man. He roll through.
First, maybe. Alright, big up on yourself, it does a park.
Chops, what happened to your life this morning?
Boy, I don't know
So
what
Chopper, you're not no hosting manners, you Chopper. That he can't watch there. Him phone too busy, him have too much. Him need a phone
You
to
need
stream.
another phone.
But as I was saying, Mr. C, big up yourself, yeah, Papa. You're an elder and we respect that because you're in a constituency. You see when you're in a constituency, I can tell you when you're in a constituency that is ruled by the PNP for years, you can become very, very depressed and hopeless.
Yeah, but that not gonna get to me because I deal with the things and them happen and the people and me whom see them move. As a matter of fact, to be honest, I've never met this MP for this year. I've never seen him personally. I never tried to go where him is. I never pass him. I only hear that sometimes a woman might hear certain nice on the road and them say, well, him a pass, which him hardly do. So I don't really try to know him or try to go near him or anything like that. You understand? Yeah. But as a matter of fact, I'm not a person who really like a political person like that. I just sit in the back bench and observe and try to do the right thing. Listen. I do more listening more than talking. So I'll get the picture and see what is going on and who is the better person. And to me, right now, Andrew Holness is the better person. So that is it. And that is
And at your age, Mr. C, you would have lived and seen several prime ministers.
yes.
Starting with who?
Uh I used to hear about Michael. I don't have much from his start. Because when I just know about just hearing about politics as a little boy, I can remember back in those days. I mean, like PNP would be like one place having meeting and Labour right is at the other end having meeting and nobody, no war or anything. You leave from the PNP meeting and you go to the Labour right meeting. You left from the Labour right meeting and you come to the PNP meeting because they are just like maybe about a half a mile away from each other. And you never hear nobody cuss and a quarrel and a shoot or no stone or nothing like that. You understand? So back from those days, and the people them that I grew up with that from those days was really Labour right. You understand? But that is not the reason why I am choosing Labour right at this time. I am choosing them because I see that they are the better choice, the best person to really lead the country at this time based on what is happening and what is going on. Right? So it's just it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Next person in the box. Horace Brian. Hello. You're occupying a box.
Yeah, man. I just want let gentleman that talk first, you know?
Yeah, man, boy, your turn now.
The thing is, what we have to do in general is highlight all the achievements that we got, right? And I think most of the time what we don't really do is sit down and study history and study like the IMF. You can go on the IMF website and you can see all the agreement from 1963 come right up and how Jamaica paid it and which part the default and you understand me? A lot of people are stuck in politics. They don't look on all of that. They just talk. Oh, JLP got IMF go borrow money and this go borrow money. They don't look on the details and then look which party make the better progress overall. You see, as a JLP, you know, I can tell. You see, if I had done my research and the research showed me that, listen, my party was performing good, I wouldn't even come and talk. I don't vote same me, but won't come and talk. And the reason why I have to come out and talk, when I look at all the stats from 1963 till now, I realize that my party is the best party. And that is facts, and I can teach anybody that. Because, you know, I am not a person who would say really political conference and everything. Let me just go listen to my leaders. If they see what school, me go listen. Or if they out on the road, me go listen. But I'm not a politician who's going to go there and make a conference and make this and make that. That's not me. You understand me? So my thing is, you know, never look at education. So I kind of look on like different. You see, if anything I hear, I go and research it first. And that's what I always do. I go and research and then come back and say, all right, you did the right, I made it wrong. But when I check the stats, I realize my party is doing so very well. When I even look on the teachers' rates, the last rich teachers get under the PNP was 28% in 2006. Right now, they're getting 100 to 300% raise. And I can't tell you they're very ungrateful. The JTA is very, very, very ungrateful when it comes to labor rights. They'll sit down and take 2 terms of no pay under the PNP. But when it comes to JLP, the pressure for every dollar. The JTA, to me, the JTA is a PNP garrison. That's my feeling. I know some people feelings have hurt, but that is how I feel. The JTA is a PNP garrison. With the massive increase I get, they still behave like we don't do nothing. Some principals, used to get in 2020 3 million. I'm talking the highest level tertiary principal. Used to get 3,400,000. Now they are getting 14 million dollar, more than 300% rates, and you don't hear none of them from the JTA come out and say this government give us the best raise in the history of Jamaica. The JTA is a PNP girls. I can stand defend that anywhere. They're very, very ungrateful, and they're very lying, and then they cover up everything. Then you know what the biggest argument is? Oh, what about the lowest grade teacher? They used to get 1,043,000. Now they're getting 1.7,993,000. That's what they're getting, right? Some getting moved from 1.5 to 3 million dollars, and then they come up with this talk saying, "Oh, you know what? Teachers used to get allowance. No, they're not getting allowance." That's a lie. When I look on the stats and look on the pay sheet for teachers and the rates, only specialist teachers used to get allowance, and only specialist teachers now get allowance. And they need to go and look on the stats. And if they want it, I can send all the PDFs to them. You understand? So some of the time we have to highlight the fact to them. When they come and they talk the crap, we need to get up and say, listen here, this is the stats. You want me to send it to you and you read it? Or you want to just continue arguing without facts? And that's the biggest problem with the PNP people. They do not take the facts and look through it, then make their point, because they can't. You understand? And that is just my piece on it. We need to highlight they will continue to come and talk, be foolish to the people and brainwash the people and tell the people lies. The stats cannot lie. And when you talk to them about Statin, they say, oh, Statin can't print anything. Statin is a PNP organization. Most of the people in the government ministries right now were put there by the PNP. The permanent secretaries are there by the PNP. Most of those organizations are filled with those people. And the JLP don't go in there and weed them out. You understand me? And if I wasn't on this now, I could maybe talk to somebody. I know when Lisa Anna won her thing, there was a lady named Miss Marks working in the ministry, and she told her she have to leave. And I know if she can talk, Sonia Marks. You understand me? If she hear this, she can come and talk. Lisa Anna tell her she have to leave because she's not working with no labor in the ministry, and she wasn't politically appointed until she resigned. So people need to stop come on this thing and talk about a foolishness and don't talk them facts and don't bring them statistics and come and say, all right, we are going to debate this. And we have the stats to prove. That's why my counselor, Delroy Williams, when he debated years ago, he had all his facts straight. And that's why he got the mayorship. We need to get our facts together and show these people for the liars they are. Anyway, that's my little point on it. So
Thank you.
Morning, everyone.
Morning, Mama Joy.
Sorry for interrupt you when you were giving that talk, Kizidon. The earthquake. Have anyone else saw the new Port Royal?
Classic was?
Yes, I was on a live last night. I was on a live last night, and he was videoing it. I mean, it is amazing. I can't believe how beautiful it is.
Yes, he was talking about it last night. But you see, these things the rest of Jamaica rarely ever see it, because when the work is done, if nobody highlights it, and but
This is
he was speaking about it.
This is where my point comes in. Things like Port Royal being developed that way, looking so beautiful. I'm thinking I was watching something in the States. You will have neither the two TV stations that we have, nor any of the newspaper bringing these to the people. So I am absolutely happy for this forum where we can highlight what is happening, send it to people that we know, talk to the people in the street and tell them, because honestly, I think these media outlets are against the Jamaica Labour Party, period. I don't know who else is seeing what I am seeing. But I mean, they highlight nothing that is done by the Prime Minister or the Jamaica Labour Party, except to run with rumors or hearsays. That's what I have to say. So we have to now go in the field to highlight, to show them that this was how this was, this is what it is now, and it is all done under the leadership of Dr. the Honorable Andrew Michael Olness. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank
This is
you.
our Momo. Oh, no, she's good. Momo, sorry.
Well, I think we already established and know that Jamaica Labour Party cannot depend on the traditional media to give any positive report of what is being done, and it is not new. Funny enough, I want to say this. At one point, I thought the favorability, like persons were really waking up and giving like some form of, at least, even not completely biased, but they were reporting a little bit. It wasn't as harsh and as negative as it is now. I don't know. I can't point to say what created this whole shift, right? But I see the media is different, and I think it started off when Mark Welling and Dayton Campbell them started attacking nationwide. So they started attacking nationwide and calling it JLP FM. So they started demonizing the media. And since then, I remember too, when they were having all their internal conflicts, and the media would report it. Somewhere, somehow, things started changing, and I find that even Cliff Hughes himself, every time when he's supposed to stay on message, call out the PNP, he goes to both sides do it. Both sides do it. So you find now that there is this all of a sudden real negative spin. So I would say that the PNP finally bully back them way in and get their operatives to change the narrative. Okay, so when we had the local government election, there was a lot. I think Laborites really took the local government election for granted. I also feel like we started campaigning too late. So the PNP set them plan, put them money, and buy what them can buy, right? And now we are here. people don't like to hear about the elections in America because a lot of them same way like how we affected. We same way we affected because we tune in to the media in America, thinking it is also not a brainwashing and also a biased media houses over the same way, worse than Jamaica, worse. Because the people who own these institutions, them just as political and have much to gain and benefit from having who them want in power. But one thing I will say, and whether I don't love him or I don't hate him or I don't support him or whatever I don't feel, right? Donald Trump lost the election and he has been going through a whole lot. And I remember when they banned him on Twitter. And that was before Elon Musk bought Twitter. And then they started banning people and labeling people who speak truth as radicals. What he did, he created his own platform. And he never stopped. The Jamaica Labour Party needs to get it together. Who up at Belmont Road need to wake up and start doing the same thing. Get on message. First, you have to educate your base. You have to get your workers active and you have to educate them, because even on these lives, I come to realize that even people who are workers, they don't know what is happening. You will say something and they will say they'll never know, they did not hear it. So if your own people not educated, the message of the party now reach, the achievements of the government now reach, or you expect the wider society to know what's happening, right? So whomever, I last time, before, not this live today, but I wanted to have a conversation with Chap already about it, and he said to me, now there is a communication task force, but based on what I know, which I won't disclose everything here, this task force put together a while now, and I don't know what is happening on the ground, but that is trying up on the ground, and I see how that is trying to come on early this morning, frustrated with the conversations that he have to be having on the ground with people because of misinformation, right? So that would tells me that our base is still not properly activated. So the party needs to get on it and don't wait until next year and next. They need to start doing it now. All I can say, more of us maybe need to say something, call with MP, call with councillor, and complain. If you don't have any kind of contacts with anybody within the party, anybody who have any kind of position, send them an email, call them, complain, tell them that the information arm of the Jamaica Labour Party needs to be structured. We are out here, we are doing our best, but we need leadership. For example, there was a Labourite Ann who came on a live and she was complaining about the councillor, and not in a bitter way either. She just expressed some concerns. Now, I don't know who to go to. I don't know who I can call and say, hey, there is a lady out by Yalas and she has this concern. She's a Jamaica Labour Party supporter, not a disgruntled or a bitter one, but she needs some attention. Can you make this connection with the council out there and tell him to look into it? That is effective communication. That is what I think our party is lacking. The disconnect. The people need to be connected in a way, in more ways than one. So those who are in information position and in information leadership, I mean, all of us here, most of us look to Chapa because Chapa is available, he present himself, he's knowledgeable, and when we call upon him, we know him go turn up, right? We need that in our leaders who are in information communication task force or whatever, who sit down up at Belmont Road. They need to answer emails, they need to answer the phone, right? so that persons who have issues, they can call up and say, hey, such and such. And you can say, all right, don't wait until it's campaigning time. Me not like that. Me not like that part of it. But the message is there. The achievements are there. I find them, but everybody is not me. A lot of us here, we find them. But when I look on the lives, you will have 100 people, and you have a certain amount of us. I can name the people who are actively sharing, actively coming in the box and stuff. But a lot of persons just listen. They listen. And you will get, every now and then you will hear somebody say, I wasn't aware, I didn't know, I am learning a lot. That means that what we are saying here, it is working. But our reach is still limited because when we go live, right? When I look, I always check who is watching, who is listening. It's generally the same set of persons. So you guys who are listening too, you don't need to share it to no friend them, share it to no family members. Don't just come and listen alone. Share. And make them tired of you. Make them tired of you, but at least, because that's the only way the information get out there. We have to do it.
I've learned so much from coming on these platforms, and I share, I learn first, I share, and I try to teach. So I'm still in learning process, but I'm doing everything that I can. Let me tell you something. When we lost one of our councillors in this division, East Central St. James, and it was really frightening to us because the young man worked. He worked a lot. I don't know where he went wrong, but something just wasn't right. The next day, while they were counting, I spoke to my MP. I said, this is a wake-up call. Yes, my MP won't lose. No if nor buts. The Honorable Edmund Bartlett. He won't lose. But I'm thinking about other divisions. If the people choose to put in people who had the government for so long, they handle for so long, and they did nothing, why are you putting them back in? The Prime Minister said progress, prosperity, and all these things, and people seeing the things happening. They're just dumb. I don't know. But I'm doing everything in my power. I mean, work is very slow, so which I'm happy about, so I can be able to go on the road. Because there's a lot to be done. There is a lot. Losing one area, and I mean, it's my side of the road, so just imagine how me feel.
So it was in your division that councillor lost.
Right.
Oh, well, I was so shocked. Let me tell you something. You see the local government election. Oh God, man! If you don't ever know, I was so angry. I was so upset. I was in several groups. I left every group, and I told myself, and you know what? Even ticked me off worse, the whole incident with Warmington, and I was upset with how it was dealt with. I tell you the way I'm upset, and I'll never believe. Even my mother was like, "No, Kizzy, you need to control yourself. You can't." But I was really, 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 really angry. And now you say I was angry with a lot of labor rights because I keep telling them, come out of the damn groups. That's why I don't want to go back in a group. Come out of the groups. Go and do the work in your communities and to comfortably in a group. So now I have all the chat here. So let me see out there. right? If you know as a labor right that your counselor wasn't doing what he needs to do, or the counselor caretaker, why we never hear it from before? You can't be that out of touch. You understand? You see when they found that cult church down St. James the Mama Jai with the whole incident. Me not even want to go into the whole heap of details of it. I was really angry too with Dr. Chang. Yes. I said it is impossible for you if you are on me no know. If a pin drop in my community, I will hear, because people have a level of trust and they will say, Kizzy, may I tell you something, but I must say stay right there. So people trust me. They will share things with me that they won't share because they know who I am. I believe when you're an MP or a councillor, is the same way you're supposed to have your trusted people within the community, where any little thing you can hear. So if little grumbling are going, if people are moving, people can you, if people are saying nah vote for you, so somebody supposed to do that if you say, hey, you need to check out this because it not look good. You can't lose one seat or lose one division and it come as a shock to you unless something happen on the day of election via thieving, somebody thief the box, somebody pad the box, or them buy out the vote. That is my opinion. And if you are a person who active in your community, by the time somebody come and offer 2 or 3 person money to buy out vote, you're supposed to hear. Because you're connected to your community, you're connected to your division, you're connected to your constituency, right? I am not scared to engage the people, man, when them say them upset. Sometimes you have to just watch even what people post on them WhatsApp status, and you can get a feel, say something not right. Don't be afraid to say to them, say, hey, what happened? Why you so bitter? Or what changed your mind? Or why you feel this way? And if them say any little thing, don't be scared to report it back to. You know, if you call them name, you can just say, why, counselor? Maybe you need to go on a prospect, because one little vibe around you, the people not speak so positively about you. If they don't want to take it, that's for them business, But at least you can feel good in yourself. Say, you tried, you did what you could. And the problem I have with a lot of labor rights, we are laid back people, and then we cuss when the damage is done. Can't work. We have to do a part 2. Have to do our part 2.
Too laid back, people. Too laid back.
See, all right. May I say something? Most of the entertainers in Jamaica come from PNP background, sing PNP praises. And in recent times, we have seen so many of them who when they dead or they fall ill, them not have nothing. Broke. Nothing. All the millions what they make, they gone in a song about. So go for me. Them have to appeal to help them and to pay medical bills. Right? I'm just using an example. I mean, know if you're not up to the time, I know we see it. And here Jamaica Labour Party, all of them have the worst to say. But 22 hours ago, that would be sometime yesterday, it was announced by the Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sports, the Honorable Olivia Grange, OJCD MP, requests the honor of your company at the media launch of the Jamaica Entertainers and Creatives Insurance Plan. This will happen on Tuesday, November 12, right? At the ministry headquarters. Now, if unon depend top of things, you are going to say, this government has given insurance plan to tourism workers, has given insurance plan to farmers, and now one of the sectors that is this government the most, Jamaican Entertainers and Creative Insurance Plan. Now, uno tell me, which government before this one ever look out for the everyday people in this manner, in this way? And who are gonna come now cause the insurance plan can yam? And you know, see no fanfare about it. Actually, I saw it on Twitter, or X as it is known, and it have almost little to no engagement. Then when I look on Instagram now, and on Miss Grange's page, it has 147 likes, 11 comments, and 74 shares, right? And this is big entertainment news. Tell me, if anyone I know in the last 24 hours see no artist come out and say, big up Olivia Babsy Grange, big up the Ministry of Jamaica, we are looking forward to this insurance plan, and it's a great move for our sector because it is something that is needed. Tell me which one of the entertainment group them, whether I don't know, I'm going to make a quick check and see if the Tropics, which is one of the popular blog sites, let me see if they share it. Within the last nothing about that announcement, right? Let me check. What the other one them name?
Check main danger. Main danger.
Main danger. Yes, main danger. All right. I am looking at main danger's account. Nothing regarding that announcement. Nothing. Let me go check over Pink Wall, because if it was bad news for the entertainment industry, you would see it. And nothing. So this goes to show you, say, Jamaican people don't care about good news, even when it affects them. And the loudest people in our country are the people in the entertainment sector. And I don't see not one entertainer under the post. I say, thank you, Miss Grange. Looking forward. We will be there. Nothing like that. Right?
Good afternoon, everybody. Kizan, if I may.
You may, of course.
All right. Being in the position that I'm at, I'm also somewhat of a promoter, part-time promoter, right? So I'm involved in the sector. I'm understanding of a few things that affects the sector, and I can say standing at this position that, based on what you would have said earlier about the entertainers and the people or the party promoters being more on the other side, can be looked at as factual, and I'm going to tell you why. Crime, and I don't want anybody to get it. What I'm saying, don't
just speak freely. Not care if you offend nobody. Speak your mind, speak your truth. Not choose your words. Speak, man.
Crime plays a big role in our sector, entertainment sector. A lot of criminals are involved. You understand? So you see, the fight against crime, it is going to affect it on different levels, right? Point in case, most recently, Mandeville. If you notice, they had to, the government had to impose a state of emergency there, based on the level of criminal activity that was taking place. And when the minister went down there to have the meeting with them, they walked out on it based on what was happening, because they were saying that their sector was being affected.
Let me ask you a question, Dark Shade. Were you at the meeting?
No, I wasn't there. I'm just talking
Okay,
what
okay,
I
okay.
saw. I saw in the media.
So may I go correct you? They did not walk out on him.
Oh, they didn't walk out.
No, persons who were at the meeting, they came and set it straight. So we just have cleared that part there. All right, continue.
All right, good. Yeah, it's based on what I saw in the media still. All right, so based on what I have known before, being in St. Catherine, there has been states of emergencies imposed on this parish, and it has affected entertainment to a certain degree, because you know that while this is happening, there are times where permits for events might not be granted, or even if granted, the permitted hours would be a shorter period of time. Maybe on the weekend we'd say at 2 a.m. up to 2 a.m. It might be imposed on a 9 o'clock or a 10 o'clock in the night where it have to be turned off, right? And on that basis, entertainment or people within entertainment believe that this government is one who tries to impose things to, you know, hurt their livelihood as related to entertainment. Yeah, man. I hurt them food then, put it away then. You understand? So I think on that basis, that's the reason why you would look at it and say, most of them would run for the other party compared to what is happening here now.
But the Noise Abatement Act was passed in the 90s by the Patterson administration, right? And the 2 a.m. cutoff time, it was the PNP who implemented that as well. So the party who says they are for the poor, they are the one who is trying to mash down the small man, not this government.
No, it's not the government, you know. The government is doing what they can to control crime. But based on what they do in relation to that, the entertainment sector, they believe, people within the sector believe that what the imposition of these things are hurting their sector.
One at a time, guys. One at a time, please.
Let's make a point and let's put it.
Yeah.
You realize that the mass killings that happened recently happened entertainment events. The government will be fooled
except for the shooting that happened in Manchester during the day. That one happened during the day.
Right, but the killing in Churchill Lane and in Rockfort, it was an entertainment event.
Yes.
So we have to be very, very careful. We need to have events where it is secure. We need to have a place where we can have events right around the area, but it must be secure. You understand? And so they must be searched before they go in those areas, and the government is working on that.
And it's better for go ahead, Kizzy.
I am.
Just to say something as it relates to what Horace said, right? So these things, as I mentioned before, these things is why when things are put in place to battle crime, entertainment will be affected to some degree. They have to come in with different things in order to alleviate the problems that would cause issues with keeping events.
All right, Dr. Shade, let me say this to you. I am also a promoter. I do events all over, and I do round robins. Yes, so I am fully aware of how it works with police and when your area under curfew, because of course if you're a promoter, then you would have didn't know what happened to during even COVID, right? It would have affected you during that space. So I can relate. Now you have to remember, when somebody is murdered in a community, or 2 or 3 persons, a mass shooting, it affects way more people than 100 or 200 people who would go to a community event in terms of a round robin or a dance, right? You would think when you ask Jamaicans what is our issue, everybody ball out the first thing: crime. So why you think the government wouldn't take a priority in our security? It is the number one reason the government has to take crime seriously, and the government, the people who sit in parliament, the prime minister, the security minister, they have to listen to the police on the ground. Now it's just the same thing when it come on to the SOEs and all of that. They have the team of police who are the people responsible for our security, right? So they have to make these decisions based on the advice received from the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Now, when you're a promoter and you apply for a permit, remember you have to apply for it from the police. The police know that they have to do their job in protecting. They are there to serve and protect. They feel that these flare up and shootings, it is directly connected to the scamming, and these parties bring the scammers together in one space, and more than likely that is when they get the opportunity to unalive each other. So let me use that word because we don't want no banana from TikTok, right? It affects the promoter and you will be frustrated. You will, because you pay your dues every week and then your week and boom, you can't keep your event, you can't bring out your crowd because either one, get your permit, right? Because the police can't just refuse the permit, I remember, I think it was a year ago. There was a little violence flare up in the Buff Bay area of Portland, and the police wasn't giving any permits, no events, because violence flare up. So the community itself have to understand and know that, listen, we have to work with the police. So report what you know. Don't have no criminal on no place. And even when you see the boy them come out, you tell them, say, yeah, what brethren, me like no support and we need no support. But guess what? If you not go come here, so we do not go now, no bad problem, no bother come a few me place because no mash up my business. So the police have a certain set of tools and they are trying to apply that. So they are hoping that when the good have to suffer for the bad, then the good and the bad find a way to push out the persons or the people who really are cause the problems. Promoters can't say they hate the party, or the entertainment sector can't say them hate the party just because of these things. They have to understand to the position where the government when the government not do anything about the crime, and the whole community are gonna come down and say the police they not do nothing. So out of you have 200 people a ball and 1,000 people say, thank God, police then lock down the place, we can't sleep, the boy then have no chance to shoot up nowhere. Which one you think the government are going to appeal to, darker shade?
No, but what you understand what me come with and tell you, Not saying that what is happening is not something that is needed. That's why I'm saying that this government is one who works on the different sectors. So if crime is a big problem in Jamaica, they are going to work on crime, they are going to try to bring it down. So what they did is that they imposed certain things on the different parishes or communities to ensure that certain things are dealt with a certain way. Which, as you know, state of emergencies are one of those situations that create an issue for promoters as it relates to parties, because when state of emergencies are imposed, you might not get a permit to keep a party. You understand, and so on and so forth. So they have a problem with that issue, and a lot of the time they blame the government for their problems. They are not thinking about the Jamaica problem, Them just think about the fact that me not get to keep my party this week, right? Or the round robin not get to keep this week.
Yeah, because that's selfish and individualistic ways of thinking, and that's the problem.
So this is why
selfish and individualistic ways of thinking no bring we nothing as a society.
It cannot.
But But what I am saying to you, your point is very valid. But this point that me I make about the insurance scheme for entertainers and creatives is a
Yeah.
big deal, and it is not just for a certain sector. It creatives cover every type of person who involved in any kind of what them call it, art, right? So I am saying an announcement like this, why we don't see these people? Mr. The over exit have one like the people them know this is something positive for their sector, the entertainment sector, but nobody not take no interest in that. But if it was something negative, the entire you'd see all of the artists them who they are foreign, because enough of we Jamaican artists since 2020, since COVID, then dash Jamaica and live in America now. No care no see them, they have the most mouth.
Yes.
Right?
Kizzy,
Yeah.
Can I ask you a
Kizzy,
question?
I think what we should do now is post it on our Facebook. Where exactly you say it is?
Anywhere, on any of the platforms where Olivia Babsy Grange have an account. That is the last post from her.
Okay.
So you can go there,
Yeah,
find it
that's
and screenshot it, and you can tag some of my artists them too and ask them, why are they not saying this is a good move and a big move for them sector? Because if it was a negative, they would have outside. They would have outside long time. They would have cost government. Tanya Stevens would have done. Sprague Benz would have done. Buju Banton would have done. Queen Africa wouldn't done. They would have keep 40 day and 40 night.
Sorry, my negativity.
You know, one of the reasons why Minister Green do that, if you notice how much of these entertainers, after a while, you see them falling on hard times.
Not now going for them pop down.
Right.
They not invest their money wisely. And when they
Definitely.
stick, them a depend on the public to come help them.
Yes.
Here go for
Exactly.
and beg you.
Exactly. And cost government.
But when me ask them, Mama Joy, this is the third such insurance scheme for regular people in a Jamaica.
Yes, me get
Tourism
hotel
ministry.
worker, me get it.
Right?
Tell us about it, Mama Joy.
Tourism ministry, farmers, and now the entertainers that get it. But these things are not highlighted and make no fanfare about. Things were unprecedented, things that we never know what are happening in our country. We are now seeing it.
Exactly. Kizzy, the next thing that I want people to do is pay their NIS. Voluntary going and pay NIS. Okay, go ahead, Classic.
Yes, Classic.
Yeah, so my question is it something that they have to pay into? Them have to pay some money in order to gain from it, this insurance?
Honestly, Classic, I don't remember all the details to it because I remember when it was being discussed, but it has finally, whatever the final details, we will know on Tuesday, the 12th of November, because that is when the ministry will officially launch it.
Okay,
right?
so why I ask is that I realize when it's something to pay into, they have to pay money, it's like the worst thing could have ever happened.
Yeah, but how you go benefit out it if you're not paying to it? You have to contribute without where to go come from.
Another poor mindset,
you have to more than likely register somewhere, and you have to pay into the insurance scheme. It is you insure your car if you crash, or you think if you don't insure, you're not nothing to get from nowhere. It is how it works, but at the end of the day, at least something is coming together for them.
Okay, you're last time I observed something. I mean, it's about poor. It's a mindset, because me there Jamaica Food and Drink Festival. I said to my virgin when I make rum cream. I said, Simit, look on the ground. You see even one piece of paper? He said, no. I observe it all this time. He said, I go to several events. And the uptown events, you don't see paper on the ground, you don't see cup, you don't see nothing like that. Security is there and it's like security is not there. Them said I'm lock up the party 10 o'clock and people leave the venue before 10. but make a one of the normal regular party. Then cost everything. They want beat up everybody. Then send up everybody under their mama. The amount of sitting them would have go on with. I mean, I say, poor mindset. And not poor the person poor, the mindset itself. And them just tell themselves that they have to behave like that. I'm going to tell you, say, if this insurance thing that was just about, even say the uptown promoters alone, believe me, them would have just buy into it and everything just good and done.
Well, I am looking forward. I am looking forward to what will come out of it on Tuesday when they have the launch, and then we will have more details as to how it go. But all I am saying is, where the loudmouth people in there, they say this is a good thing. Just like the whole heap of them will collect the $20,000 and quiet. Anyways, me have to go leave the live now, Philippine and everybody, because me have to prepare myself to see how the match business you go. I'm going to win the box race, yeah. As a competition.
Okay.
Alright, take care.
So if anything, who can come support when you see me the next box. The next box you see me now, you just come give me no matter what it is.
Oh, so
Give
1
me
o'clock.
it.
1 o'clock, right?
Me no know. The girl, no. The girl told me 7 o'clock my time, which is 15 minutes per hour or so, basically. So that's why I'm gonna jump off now. 1 o'clock. Oh yes, 1 o'clock Jamaica time. So
Okay.
I go see what happen around the app and prepare myself for going to the box.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Mama Joy.
Thank you.
Alright, kids.
Right.
Original classic and in flavor.
How go my general?
Mama
Boy,
Joy.
boy.
Yes.
You
Before Mama
say
Joy
you
come
get
in, Mama just drop something before Mama Joy.
okay.
Sorry for interrupt. And just as I talk about the $20,000, and the other day, I carry a female friend on the program, and she would have gotten help from Food for the Poor to put on her entire roof, and she will be getting an additional $150 from Ministry of Labour and Social Security. And it's our MP, Charles Jr., would have made all of that possible. Now, when I spoke to her in private, she said, boy, Food for the Poor help me. And she went down the line to say that the MP never helped her. You understand? And it is the same thing we are talking about. The $20,000, so many people benefited. And it's just a few people you see on social media say, boy, thank you, Andrew, for the money. You understand? And look at the benefit that these people get during the burial, after burial. And the people them just afraid to say thank you and acknowledge the fact that they never get no help.
Mr. Classic.
PNP, when PNP, hold on there, my friend. When PNP, the last hurricane we had under PNP, you know, the maximum payout was $60,000 in a people. Maximum payout versus our 400,000. And people that run go vote for PNP after that.
But the Hurricane Ivan.
Don't even know which one, you know. More than me know, say I just $60,000.
Yeah, man, remember, man. Yeah, man, me I try to show you, say, all the people them stay, my brother. People get back tax return and them say, why it due to me? This not what we do with no government. Yo, if you listen to them people some of my time, man, remember me tell you, cost them out as very easy, say.
But it was announced in the budget. Yeah. That we would need.
But even talking about that, Philippines, you know that a lot of who have received the $20,000 don't know where it come from.
Really?
Don't know where it come from. True.
Yeah, meaning when I say don't know where it come from, we all know that our government give it, but we not them don't know how it came about, or where the government took it from to give it to them. Them not know. I tell you that I've had the discussion with a few people and they don't know. That is just to show you that we as Jamaicans, we have a problem in trying to educate ourselves as it relates to certain things. You understand me?
and that is that is a major downfall for us, right? Just as you would have mentioned the contribution of NIS. Nobody knows. A lot of people don't know how important it is. NIS is very important to contribute that thing. NHT, the contribution of NHT is also very important for any individual who contributes it, right? Because it sets you up in the long run to assist you in purchasing something for yourself, whether it be land or house. You understand? And if you have house already or land, it help you to buy to build your house or to repair your house. Right? These things are very important for any individual to contribute towards. And the thing about it is that NHC is something that if you don't use the opportunity that they give you, you can't always apply back for your money.
Right.
You get it back.
You get it back with interest too.
You understand what I'm saying? And NIS if something happened to you, you know. You can't ask them, you know,
and government put money on it too. Yes.
And you just apply for assistance, you know, brother.
Right.
The people need to educate themselves.
Tell the people and say, you can give it to your child as a contribution.
Yeah.
Towards their house.
All right. No, hold on. Yeah, the NHT. And you are the NIS too. Yeah, the NIS too. Enough man don't know this. As a man, I tell no lie, I never know neither. But I'm glad I did that contribute. Because as I say, being a part of society and you turn adult, you need to contribute to all of the scheme them where the government have in place that you can contribute to. Right? Contributing to the NIS. If you're with us, if you have a spouse and your spouse pass off, there's a death benefit to help bury the spouse. And there's also a spousal benefit to them called widow's pension.
Yeah.
That is if you have children under the age of 18 years growing. No people don't know them something there.
Yeah.
So we need to contribute to all our national interests. That's a joke thing.
And you can encourage other people darker shade, because we really need to get it out there. Just like how you see the PNP sell NHT. The NIS was is a policy that was passed by the Jamaica Labour Party in the 60s, and we should be selling it just as the PNP is selling the NHT, because it really helps in old age.
Philippians.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
A point on the NIS. Give me a minute, please. The point on the NIS. Did you know that if you have someone, say you have someone died, that person used to pay NIS, you take that person's, the documents for saying the person is dead, whatever, via police record or whatever, you go to NIS, you get some refund there?
Yeah, you can get the funeral grant, yeah.
All right, okay.
Funeral, yeah. That's
yes.
What
yeah, man, there's a funeral grant that you get, Mama Joy.
Yeah.
I think it's at $80,000 now.
Yes.
I don't know if it's
either 100 or 150.
It raised.
Okay, good, because the last time I checked it was at 80,000.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
All right.
So how about this? Anthony Rainford is asking who is going to pay back that money. Which money, ma?
Which money?
That more I know. I wonder which money, man. I know the well, all right. If it's a $20,000, that
which
is
money is he talking about?
I don't know, but if it's the money that the government gave back to the taxpayers, the $20,000, that money is coming from the budget. If they don't know, you understand the budget. The budget was allocated for the year. There is money left. And the government is giving back to their people. It's as simple as that. So it's a right for that.
The PNP ask, funny the questions the PNP ask, because they will never ask these questions. Why is it that their party, when they were in government, never give back anything to the people?
But from that is not no money to pay back.
That you should be asking.
Classic, this is not money to pay. Hold on, what am I saying? If not, but you know, say me, I wonder if.
What? I don't understand what that man I say. But you know
Where am I
what?
trying? Where am I saying?
What?
It's just on
I
Philippine.
wonder if
In 2014, who was in government, my friend? Why
Yeah.
we are talking about this? 2014, the PNP was in government.
And they never give us
So
back anything.
You know, see this man, you're
Captain
confused. This man, you're a big old dog head.
Yeah,
I want dog head boy, this attacking, man. 2014, the
understand.
PNP was in government.
You know, man, that's what what am I saying? I can understand what I'm saying. It's so foolishness. Come, Mama Jai, you had a point to make, darling. Say something, please.
Distraction. Come on now. Let's go, Mama Joy. Tell us about the insurance that you get, Mama Joy. You mute Mama Joy.
Okay, so the insurance. I started working with the hotel in the hotel sector 2013. By 2015, the Honorable Edmund Bartlett was elected then. And, you know, I was always digging him about it because we were contract workers then at the hotel. So by the time they came in, they installed the pension plan. So we pay a little, not much, and the company pays as well. And you have your beneficiary if anything should happen to you. You know, it's really good. I'm basically looking at the paper right now. There are benefits. There's good benefits.
You're talking about the insurance scheme or the tourism pension plan. Yeah, the pension plan as well?
Yes, we have pension plan. So because I was out of the system for a while, one of my managers suggested that I up mine. Because we were paying maybe less than maybe about $700. And she said you could exceed. So we exceeded. So for me, I exceeded. I don't know how much other people do it, paying like over $2,000 something, close to $3,000. So that, you know, because my pension time is near. So I had to do what I had to do to get it up.
And but your employer match it?
Yes, they do. They do.
Okay. That is really good.
Actually, I know someone that was very close to me in the organization as well, and she migrated. Her daughter filed for her, and she withdrew hers, and she told me she got a good piece of money. Very good.
Okay, that's good. And you are aware of the houses that they're making for tourism workers, right?
Yes. Listen, there's one estate called Estuary Estate. I mean, most of the co-workers are over there, they live. But I have my own land. Not like I wouldn't want one because, you know, that can't be too much. But, you know, you're trying to let the majority go through. But then my daughter is doing hers, so I'm not too worried about it.
Okay.
I kind of like the country breeze.
Where is Estuary? Where is that?
Estuary is in East Central. No, I think it's Homer Davis's area. I'm almost sure. It's like, let me see now, Montego Bay, turn off to Irwin, Montego Bay, Irwin, Fairfield, Irwin, right. So it would be Homer Davis area for you. But they're doing well.
J girl, what? That is good, man. J girl, me not understand what you say. She said the government paid 80% and you
You we will pay insurance.
20%.
Insurance you're talking about
Yes, yes,
What you
yes.
talking about?
insurance. Health insurance. She said that Bruce
Oh.
Golding would have introduced health insurance to the staff
Mm-hmm.
of UHWI.
Yes,
And she's saying that the government paid 80% and
right.
UHWI paid 20%. So there's no cost to them. They don't pay towards their health insurance. That's what she's saying,
Okay.
which is very good.
Oh, yeah, this
Yeah,
is
that's
this is
good,
for
man.
nurses, doctors, and other staff at UWH.
Right, the staff of UHWI.
So I'm asking a question now, cause why is it that nurses and doctors and so on that want we to go help protest for them when them a get all of these good things? And at the end of the day, when I get the good things, and if this your aim lady never come talk about it right now, would I never know so them a get all of these good things, and yet when they ask if we can help protest for no, and we never come to one day and say thanks. Thanks for no protest. And we benefit
And
it
that
this
nasty.
way. You see our protest go in,
What me
go in vain, but it go in vain at the same time
Hold
because
on there. Hold
a
on there.
simple thing
Margaret have
as
come up.
thank
Anytime
you
say
we
Margaret
can't
come
get.
up.
Remember still, when Mr. Golden campaigned back in his time, Mr. Golden was one who would have campaigned stating that there are a lot of changes that needed to be effected within the public sector as it relates to benefits. You understand? Because there are a lot of things that the public sector workers weren't benefiting from. Whole heap of things. Health insurance, death insurance, whole heap of something, brother. Even the salary ain't good. You understand?
80% government pay for me. I
Right. And he was one of them who came and injected a lot of changes. I'm starting, All let's see go on. When you see Mr. Golden step up, Mr. Golden started. I'm start to fix public sector. And then when Mr. Golden take over from the PNP admin, who did nothing, I'm not busy with nobody wants to say straight nothing they not do. And then do a freeze wage and tax deal out of it.
Yeah.
Mr. Holness came and the first thing he man do I give back 18 grand pound pay that from the rate of the tax threshold, right? And then other things started to come into effect. Right? As of last year, overtime I pay all of them something. So the government always look out for them workers, no brother.
Afternoon, everyone.
Hi.
I stay long. So,
You can stay as long as you want.
what J Girl was saying is a fact. Before the Bruce Golding led administration, UWI staff could only get treated at UWI for free. There wasn't any health insurance. The only section up there that had health insurance was the 28 wing. Of course, you could join if you want, but it was very expensive. And it was Bruce Golding who introduced the health insurance. So the government pays the 80% and UWI pays the 20%. So there is no cost to the staff. And then if say you are to use the services up there, you will swipe the card, but you won't pay out of pocket. So there is no cost to you. And when PNP won the election in 2011, between 2012 to 2016, there was no position being made permanent at UWI. Everybody that came within that time was on contract. And it was when Andrew won in 2016 that changed. Persons get permanency at UWI. So what the person is saying is facts. And if you remember, Chuck had highlighted some pay slips. You can go back and look at it and you will see that there is no health insurance deducted from the pay slip. They don't pay. You will pay 20%, the government paid 80%, and that was done by Bruce Golding.
Master Bruce.
Yes, so they might get big.
Margaret,
I will
thank you so much for this information.
Yeah, man.
And this is why I question and say, after we come out and we help on a protest and we get all of these benefits, because Remember, you know, civil servants put themselves in the category of poor people. The same poor people will protest and get benefits. And never come back one day and say, thank you. Thank you to the government for all of these things. The one want to keep it under secret, just like how one man keep him pay under secret and him paycheck. And if you do better still, man. Because if tomorrow come and have like a problem and I go murder the government.
True.
But yesterday when you get the good things them, and they never come back today and say thank you.
Yeah.
One little group around there, you know.
Needs to be highlighted the true, bro.
Everybody have to say it.
But this is a big deal, you know. They don't even have to pay 20%, you know. I have to pay 20%, you know. I think so. I'm going to check my pay slip. I think I paid 20% of my health insurance.
As a public sector worker, well, I soon tell me how much me pay. I know me I pay. Pay towards health insurance.
You use HR Plus? You depend HR Plus system, Marvin?
No.
Big them up, J Keeper, big them up, man. And a joke thing, man, they do a lot, Bridget. And who no want admit that there are some horrible people.
Yeah. A true man. A whole heap of something, little something we get in a brother. We have all we own a whole field. Them don't know that, you know.
Hey, sir, people, when I think about it, you know, it's not just the pay, it's not just the increase in pay, you know, it's the increase in benefits. They also get increase in benefits, and the average person will never know that the civil servants get all of these. You understand me? And when they protest, remember they just protest for increase in pay, and them get increase in pay plus increase in benefits.
But I do see where I'm paying towards the health insurance.
Public sector's workers do pay.
Yeah, we pay 8%.
Yeah, but you employees don't pay it. You will pay it for them, and the government pay the 80%. But one thing I must say, this is through Sagicor. If you want to go on the Medigap, you know, Medigap is additional like hospitalization and so, you have to pay for that portion. But like the health insurance itself, where you can, you know, you go doctor, you do your dental, you do your whatever, you don't pay anything for that.
I have Medigap, the government one. I think government pays some for me and I pay part as well. That's the hospitalization one. Yeah, and it really works out. So when I was doing surgery, I used both. And it cut down my costs significantly. So it's really good to have the Medigap. It helps with hospitalization. And once you're using the theater is a government theater, you will get through with the Medigap. So you don't have to be hospitalized for overnight. But once it's a government theater, you're doing the surgery act, you will be approved.
These are the things, as we were saying earlier. We have to highlight them, let people know that there are benefits out there for them, government benefits and otherwise. They have to just understand, say, in order to achieve these benefits, you will have to contribute. And you don't have to itch, because it helps out in the long run. You know how much people go in the hospital nowadays and need surgery and can't afford to do certain things, can't afford to get certain things done. These things help.
Yeah.
I mean, how many of us that supports this party is brave enough to say, for example, I'm a police and with the new increase in wage and benefits, this is how I benefited. I am a nurse, I got this. I am a
Oh, guys.
hotel worker. What if we could do a video like that to send out?
No, cannot do that. Remember, say we in
Yeah, they can't show allegiance to any party. Public sector workers cannot do that.
But then now go say as a labor right, the more just said this is how we benefited. So no, that's why no can't come out and say thanks.
No, you can't say thanks to the government, you know, but you can't say anything as it relates to party.
But that man son do a
Yeah,
video,
man, that's what I'm
but
saying.
don't say
One
say
of
the
the thing is,
party.
you know, classic. One of the thing is, a lot of people don't know the difference between the political party and the government. And what tends to happen is that when persons do these things, they tend to get victimized. And if you are not strong enough, you know, a lot of persons are not going to come out and say it. Simple things like these, them victimize you in the most wickedest way. So sometimes it's not because they don't really want to come out and say something, but sometimes they have to think about what will happen when they do it. Because they're not going to say that you're just thanking the government for what they did. They are going to align you to the party that is in power.
well, for me know say people know in a certain place so me work. So me can't really come on social media with my face in a camera and say it. But yeah, them know some leaning is to the Labour Party. Yeah, because my
But the
background
government,
is track.
but classic, the government get big up, man. Not in a way. You might not see it nationally, but in the circles, yeah, man. All who really appreciate, because I can tell you, even though the government do what they do, remember, you know, you have people who still pledge allegiance to the other party. And no matter where this
So
is
this
going,
don't be.
no
I'm
matter
going to
where,
an hospital and I talk to a virgin. I'm going to say, yo brother, all you one of them forget a lick in your head, you know. I'm going to say, what am I do now? So you one of them support the PNP and I come out and I say, boy, wait. I said, no, I don't support PNP none at all. And he said, the doctor, we're going to run for MP up a Chapelton up a constituency, the North Central. He said, everybody look on him and tell him, say, no make no sense you do it. Because you're not, nobody need go like him, nobody no rate you down here, that a one. So, definitely you're not going to get no support up, so. You're dead in a show. People up there know say him not get no support. Them say better if I did Romain, the party they put up. Even though Romain wouldn't do not neither, but Romain that put up a better fight. You understand? So when some people ever say, boy, this doctor, when nobody no know, him not visible, not now go and feel my friend. But at least I get little confirmation down at the hospital, so boy, they appreciate what the government is doing and how the government have built out Jamaican hospital. At least. But as I said, in a circle, they may be talking, you understand? But publicly, them not say it. But I not lie, I wouldn't mind if them could have come out publicly and say something. Honestly. If I did work in the public sector still, you know, I wouldn't afraid to come out and say it, you know. Honestly.
one of them not go say it neither, bro, because me tell you, them alive, the allies, you understand? Them align with different people, yeah. So even if you get sitting, you're still not go, you're not gonna highlight it because you know want nobody look on the factor there. You understand? Enough of them still about out the government. Although them get reap benefits.
And that is it for real, but messed up though. Messed up.
It's like, bro, you have to just know, say, yo, as you go by, you try to just pay your part. You know where you benefit, you know what is best for you and the country. You just spread the word according to what you know. You understand? And you know, so you're not going to reach everybody because I know everybody wants to hear what you have to say.
Darker shade.
Yeah.
Here is something I'm going to agree with Dante. Dante said the same way owner can come out and protest. I same way owner can come out and say thank you. Full stop.
Yes.
Full stop.
Classic. When the public sector under wage freeze, here then come out and demonstrate when they under wage freeze under the PNP? No, they don't. If the JLP offer them 5%,
remember Eid, what's your name?
not under the PNP.
She never.
She protests under the JLP, where
Right.
the JLP was telling them that they couldn't afford
Right.
to pay
Tell her
the
the
salary
what she got
increase.
to do. Yes.
So what I am basically saying is that when they come out and protest, they have their union backing behind them. They have people behind them. When they come out now to come praise JLP, there is no one to back them up, and not everybody is going to take that risk. It is as simple as that.
But
I'm gonna say this quickly. People, if we're not have any gifts, Philippines want 14 more donuts. Top her. At least make sure you can buy 1 week of phone card.
No, sir. Yeah. No, sir.
It is
Okay.
classic. I understand what you're saying, a classic, and it's not that I don't agree. It's not that I don't agree with what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying. I am just telling you what the reality is for some persons, and that is the reason why they don't come out. And until things change, then that is the way it's going to be. So what we have to do is find other ways and means to highlight it and make it be known out
Excuse me,
here.
Marvet, you know that they can come out and thank their union for doing a good job. They just can come out and thank their union for doing a good job and highlight what they achieve without even saying thanks to the government. And that will highlight. You have to be smart.
And you will find that the unions, remember, you have to remember, when you're working in an organization or an association, it's not everybody can come out and say whatever. It is different. Industrial relations is different. It's not just as clear cut as you're saying. You will have persons who make them 1 and 2 TikTok videos and say, me glad say me get me $20,000 tax refund. You will have 1 and 2 persons who come say certain things, but collectively, you're not gonna find everybody are gonna come say it. When the organization is saying to you that these are the persons that can come out and say certain things, these are how industrial relations are carried out, these are how certain things are carried out. You're not going to get it that way. When you have a demonstration or they come out against the government, it is usually organized by the union, even if the persons, the employees organize it. The union have to agree. I remember last year, if it's not last year, it's the year before, the nurses want to come out and demonstrate. It didn't go anywhere because the Nurses Association said they knew nothing about it. So they have to shut up their mouth. It's not as clear cut as you're saying.
So they don't want to demonstrate. So
is there a muzzle law? Is there a muzzle law against public sector workers? That they can't speak?
Then they want to come out and demonstrate that PNP are wicked and thief and liar. That they want to come do. And must that then couldn't demonstrate for
the government them come demonstrate about. You understand me? The thing is, there's a law that is preventing them from talking, right? So if there's a law preventing them from talking, then we need to get rid of that law. We don't need a spokesperson to tell you when you're hurting and when you're sick and when you're going through trauma.
Question. What a question. This is not going to do not talk about. I do everything with my party right now. Question more ask everybody. How much are we on the line here? I turn out to and support the party at conference. this the next 2 weeks and now.
Reach,
But
my friend, reach.
Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. Big up yourself.
you know what?
Bless up all that. Yo,
You know what?
Jenna. Jenna.
No, I want to get this thing. Listen, you see the lay back and I talk about moving already. We need to show the party say, yo, listen now, we're outside. Me already buy my ticket already because me almost reach already. We ticket there wait. So me got to have to know you go now. We come for TikTok every day we talk, you know. We are talking. Right now the party need our strength. The full 100% of our strength right now. So you see, me go look at me see a different enough of who me up on the light now, just these people, you know. Because guess what?
No, you can't. Listen, you can't do that, my brother.
Vote count G. Vote count.
Yes,
And
but
the
you can't.
day,
What about the people who can't make it and can support it?
Yeah, make it. You just guess what? Not about who can't make it. That's about like
Jenna.
who can't make it. Because there are people
Jenna.
Guys, remember, so where I go back Kizzy because she
Jenna.
had back match.
Jenna. Yeah, you walk one.
Yeah.
Listen what me I say to your brother. Saying, your son worried.
No, I don't want to.
Hold on. You don't have no worry when you come to that conference here I get them support. You hear me I tell you? If you did worry about any before, no worry about that one here. That one here I get full support. You hear me tell you? Because you walk now. The other parties out fully. I try to get the people in for them side. You see that government here, we don't want to change and it not going to change. So I guarantee you, say, a full support. But come on.
So that shade. Civil servants can come to these conference.
Civil servants not supposed to.
Which conference? No.
No, bro. We're not supposed to.
Oh, no.
You have persons doing classic, some persons will.
But at the same time, civil servant can serve the party and still be a teacher.
No, the teachers.
Look up your teachers.
Some that need to change, brother. Need to change.
No.
All your classic
What is good for the goose, good for the gander, brother.
classic. Hold on, man.
Alright, boycott. You hear what me a boycott now? Me a boycott teachers can run for council or MP then.
That no mean say we can't vote, and that no mean say we not gonna support the party.
Classic.
And in general, while me agree with you, but I can also recall that in 2011, November 2011, Andrew Pones carried the biggest crowd ever in a Jamaica history go a conference. And December 29, 2011, he lost the election. Crowd now win election, my friend. Remember that.
Yeah.
All right.
I want this one to know, say,
Alright.
PNP
I don't know say the 19 don't know I don't know, so they need to stop it. Because God play a part. People move to things where them see vibes. People move to things where them see energy. People move to things where them see yes, that one you like that click. Don't bring the local people argument to me. Every part.
No, man. Hold on, man.
Word.
I'm not calling that you do this.
Single
Jenna.
part. But that is a part of it. It helps us too.
Me agree with you 150%.
Support.
Because if a man, listen here now, my friend, listen here now. If a man who definitely can't make it to the conference, I watch it on TV and he look and he see one little bit of people, I pure doubt in my mind that's the now, my friends.
Here is me now, classic. Based on my job, I'm not supposed to go and I don't go. But you know what I do? Me sit down in front of my TV and me listen word for word what Andrew say, and everywhere me go me preach it. Enough people when they go a conference and come back, they can't tell we go on a conference because they just go for the food and the drinks and the hype and the
hype.
When me can go in my community and sit down with my people, them and tell them word for word what Andrew say, a lot of persons will go cannot do that. I am not saying that it is not important. But the people them when I go up still play an important role in winning the election just the same. Yes, they want the hype and
All
yes,
right.
they want the crowd.
Can I
No,
can I say my
They're gonna
piece?
come top. They're
11
gonna
more
come top
donuts,
with
some
Work.
people.
donuts. Hello.
People,
Can I
11
say
more
my
donuts.
piece?
No,
One
man,
Can
they're
I
11
gonna
say
more
my
come
donuts,
piece?
people.
top.
11
They're
more.
gonna come top some donuts and some
11
share
more.
because we still end the live and go over by Kizzy. Okay,
Kizzy, all
guys.
right, listen.
Yes.
Can I say my piece now?
Yeah. Go
I don't
ahead.
send my donut. All
Yeah.
right, listen. I want to know that because at the end of the day, my contribution to me say that me don't say me not able to make it to conference, but me know definitely I gonna make sure when come time for conference for election and election call, I know say I gonna be there to support and give my best support when me used to do. My best support when me used to do I make sure get vehicle. If I even 2 or 3 vehicle put out there that's not can able to carry find driver, give them for go pick up the people them and carry them go get them vote. You understand me? And Philippa, I
Yeah.
think you're gonna be my ally. You understand me? And I will always try and keep in touch with you, my dear.
All
Right?
right. Yeah.
When you
Definitely.
play a game, man, you got
Philippian,
dance.
Yeah.
Philippian,
Yeah. Yeah.
Philippian, Kizzy a lead, you know. She just want a couple more, you know. To win, you know. So
We
make we
soon
make
go.
Kizzy win. Make Kizzy win and then we come back over here, so. Dark shade.
Guys,
Walk
we go
one.
over Kizzy and come back.
Kizzy, Kizzy over on next side and do a box challenge. She a lead by 35,000.
Which part of that side today?
Just click on her name. Just go
Just
on
click
her
on her
name.
Oh, all
name.
right, cool. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she a lead. Go about it up and make she win. What you have to do? Token? Yeah. Just be a
Outlaw.
front snap. Just have strength up like how you shoot for the people. Yeah.
Outlaw. Send me
Huh?
donut them right now first. Outlaw. And
Yeah,
then we come.
yeah.
Send me donut them, please. And then we'll go over.
All right. See them there.
All
How
right.
much of
Thanks.
them?
So you know Kizzy name? Let me tell you Kizzy name. Let me write it. Yeah, type this. Kiz.
Me I drive.
Alright, me go send the live to you, yeah? Me I come,
Right.
come back.
Yes.
One
No,
Tuesday,
send
we
it
are
to
go
me.
over there,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
I have to
Send
go
it to me.
recharge too. Thank
Send it
you.
to me, me
Thank
charge
you
up.
guys for sending me the donuts. Bye, me soon come back.
You have enough donuts?
No, send me some more then. But more you go over Kizzy, go send her some
Yeah, send me the thing there. Yeah. Send me the
alright
thing.
then. Yeah.
Oh my God.